Hello and welcome. I am Scrapperlock, and this is the solo Stalker on City of Heroes. We're with our Dark Melee Stalker, Dark Phantom, 11th level, 866,000 influence from selling some orange salvage. We have 3,000 XP to go to get to level 12, and that's when we will get our DO set, Dual Origin. So that'll probably happen this episode, but no promises. Depends how long it all takes. Trying to keep these videos under an hour. We're doing the Clockwork Captive story arc for Everett Daniels. So we have to now defeat 10 Clockworks, which should not be a problem. Let's go to King's Row. I guess it should be. They should be level appropriate now in King's Row. And so we'll just head over there. And as we go, we're going to talk about a few things. One is some updates that I just noticed. I guess they put this update out a week or two ago, as of the time of this recording. But yeah, apparently it's now possible to set the game on +5 missions, and if you have incarnate powers, it seems like, I didn't read the details, but +6 and +7 missions. Holy cow, as the one baseball announcer used to say all the time, Phil Rizzuto. Holy cow. I can't imagine doing +7s and +6s. And I just said, even in one of my more recent videos, when I was complaining that I was 5th level and there were 7th level or 12th level Vajaloks that I was supposed to be hunting, nobody fights +7s. Well, I guess people do, or they wouldn't be giving them the chance to do it. So here's the Vajaloks, and they're actually a reasonable level, but what I'm looking for are Clockworks. If we can't find them here, we'll go into Steel Canyon. I know some good spots to find them, but I thought there were a whole bunch. You know, when I was in here looking for Vajaloks, all I could find was Clockworks. Now that I'm looking for Clockworks, all I'm going to find is Vajaloks. But I thought over by the power lines and the junkyards, there were a lot of Clockworks. So let's see. Oh, I got trapped in the pipes. Down here? No, where are the Clockworks now? There were a whole bunch of them here before, weren't there? You know, these street hunts, I have to say, are so annoying, mostly because it takes so long to just even find the guys you're looking for. I could have sworn there were a bunch of Clockworks in these areas. And now I can't find a single one. Okay, here we go. And it's hilarious that when I was level 5, 6, 7, all I could find in this zone was stuff that was like level 10 plus. Now that I'm level 11, all I can find in the zone is things that are level 6 and 8. But here we go. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about whether Hyde re-engages or any of that with these guys because they're so weak. But this is just trying to get the street hunt mission done. I'll tell you, there's another setting I would love to see on... oh, I need to put my Mez defense on. There's another setting I would love to see them figure out how to do in this game, and that is reject all street hunt missions. Just auto-complete all street hunt missions so that you don't have to do them. If you hate them, why make you do them? Like this is absolutely gaining nothing for me or the game. It's not a challenge. They can't make you fight things that are above your level or at your level even. Sometimes they'll ambush you on a street hunt, but most of the time they don't. And unless they're going to ambush me, this is just pointless. The main reason I came here was just I figured I'd be quickly find them because there was that one group of like 10 of them that I saw, you know, in one place, and I thought, oh, I'll just go there and farm them, right? But I couldn't find them, so maybe I looked in the wrong spot. I don't know. Alright, that should be enough. So let's stop here and call Everett. And now we're going to Rescue the kidnapped victim in Alice Park. So yeah, I really have trouble. His clockwork's there. I forgot about that. I really have trouble imagining +5 missions. I mean, I remember it with Silver Phoenix, I put it on +4 for a while, and then I just, again, as I've done with many of my other characters, I just decided, yeah, I can do it, but it just takes so long to get through the missions. Because everything has more hit points, and you're going to miss more often, and they're going to hit you more often, and you got to stop and rest and stuff. They're like, doesn't make the game more challenging, really, or fun. It just makes things take longer. This reminds me, and I've talked about this in other videos, of the arguments I used to have with Statesman, that annoying me more isn't making it fun, and also making it take longer does not make it a challenge. Right? Just because something takes a long time doesn't make it challenging. Other than the fact that you might not have time to do it, right? But in and of itself, something that takes a long time is not hard. It's just long. Oh, gotta zoom in. I've noticed, looking at re-watching some of my videos for video quality and stuff, I do sometimes forget to do that, guys. I am trying. Oh. Didn't see that there. Yep. That was sloppy. Good way to get yourself killed. Alright. Can we do this now? So now we're looking for kidnapped victims, and we're going to have to try a couple of bulletin boards and desks and things until we find the right clue. I thought there was another bulletin board over here. Yeah, there is. Just zoom out a little bit. There we go. So build up, placate. Oh, I don't have Shadow Punch yet. I have Smite. One of the possibilities would be to get Shadow Punch. The only problem with that is I really don't have enough slots to slot it up yet anyway. But I would love to get it and take this stupid Trank Dart completely off my tray, because it's such a waste of a power. I mean, it's fine at first level, but you don't want to be using it at higher levels because it just doesn't do anything. Where am I hearing a glowy from? I hear it over here. Where is it? I'll come back to these guys when I'm trying to find the glowy. There. Yeah, I just don't want to miss the clues. Trash can. Still nothing? Oops. Alright, there we go. Assassinate. So one of the things you may notice that I do is, and this is just my way of doing it, is when I've got a long animation power like that, what I typically will do is, while it's animating, I will immediately target somebody else, so that once the animation is over, I can go to another target and just hit that target. Another thing I do is I always hit escape and get my character out of its combat animation stance. I just don't like the way it looks when it's not in combat. It's fine during combat, but I don't like the way it looks when it's not in combat. One thing I will point out is actually really important if you happen to have an enemy right next to you when you're doing the assassin strike and you want to hit you want to do that targeting like I do. One thing to keep in mind is that you can't, unlike with other powers, when you're animating the assassin strike, you cannot click an attack power to queue it up. If you do, you will interrupt the assassin strike. I'll see if I can show you that. Or at least you used to. I might be wrong because I've tried it in a long time, but I'm pretty sure that it'll still interrupt it. So we'll try it and I'll show you how that works or doesn't work. Alright, so here we go. So now what I'm going to do, these guys are right next to each other, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to queue up Assassin Strike, and then I'm going to target this guy and immediately hit... he's moving. He moved out of the way. I'm going to target this guy and immediately hit the smite, and it should interrupt. Oh, it didn't. Okay, well it used to. I guess it doesn't anymore. Double miss again. The number of times I have missed both of those attacks in a row is just absolutely astounding. Look at that. Again, did I just say it? And we just double missed them again. 79% chance to hit. Times 2, and we missed both. I bet if I went back and actually kept track of my hits and misses, I'm nowhere near the default of 75 to 80% that we've had. It's probably not even close. There's just so many misses. Put sprint on for now. Oh wait, I heard a glowy. I missed one. Let's go back up. Where did I miss it? Up here. Alright. That should be everything now. Off we go. So why don't I keep sprint on all the time? Because it's an endurance drain. Right? Sprint uses 0.29 endurance a second. That's more than the toggles. Also super jump uses 0.46 a second. More than, that's as many as both toggles, right, put together, because the toggles use 0.26. So if you leave sprint plus the 2 toggles plus combat jump on, you're using like 1 1/4 endurance a second just from that. And our regen of it is, where is it? .67 a second, right? So it's, you'd say, well, you're regenning more, slightly more than what you're using. Yeah, but then you're not regenning any of what you're actually using in combat. Okay, so this time we're going to do what we should have done with gears and hit him first. Oh, I should have put the stupid res defense on. Now we're going to have some little gears, little sprockets or whatever they are. And we've got another glowy here. And another one there. Still no clues. I think the clue is in the locker. It is. And we have a clue. This is going to tell us where the kidnap victims are. And then I think we're going to go to Lou's garage in the next mission or two. Take this note over to the city rep. Okay, we'll do that first. We'll do that first as if we have a choice. You have no choice. You have to do it. Zoom back out. I'll try to remember to zoom in when we get into the next mission. I've been... Ooh, bit of a freeze there. Hang on. I like to bind the net graph. Where is it? Is it on here? Where's the net graph? Here. I like to bind the net graph to my numpad 0. Did I make this too big now? Here, close. And then we can see it looks okay. A little bit of a spike right there. Usually I just check it if I feel like I'm getting a lot of freezes or stuttering or rubber banding, that kind of thing. City rep. And then we call our contact. And now we're going to defeat all the clockworks in the sewer. So we're not in Lou's garage yet. But we're going to the sewers. We're about halfway to level 12. My hope is we'll get there this episode and I'll show you. We'll put on some DOs and then we'll maybe do a quick mission, just maybe a radio mission or something, just to showcase how we can do once we have a set of DOs beginning. We're beginning to have a set of DOs. Not a full set because we don't have our powers fully slotted yet with sockets, but we'll, you know, do as best we can. Speaking of that, do we have any orange salvage? No. Okay. Yeah, I have to say, City of Heroes, one of the best interfaces in any role-playing game that I have ever seen. It's very customizable. It's very intuitive, very slick. It's very attractive looking to me, even now in the, 2020s. Why are you guys green? And one of the dangers of doing the queue up of the power is you end up attacking the other guy, so if you miss. So just keep that in mind. Didn't hurt us here, but it could if you're attacking a boss and queuing it up, or a lieutenant and queuing it up to hit a minion or something and you end up hitting the wrong person with your first attack. It's possible that it could cause trouble if you're fighting purples or something. Obviously, in this case, it wouldn't be. One of the reasons I hated +4, the little bit of time I tried it, one of the reasons I hated +4s is because I always had to stop to check whether I was fighting a minion, a lieutenant, or a boss, because that +4, everything's purple, right? A minion at your level is white. +1 to you, it's yellow. +2 to you, it's orange. +3 to you, it's red. And +4 to you, it's purple. So one of the visual cues I use as to whether I'm fighting somebody who's my level or above, or whether I'm fighting somebody who's not my level or above, but whether I'm fighting somebody in a mission who's a different rank, right? If everybody is the same level, then the guys who are a different rank are going to have a different con color, right? So in this mission, if the minions are all yellow, then the lieutenants will be orange and the bosses will be red. So when I see something orange, I know that thing has a different rank, right? And you can see by color, I don't have to read that it's a lieutenant or whatever. Now I know the names and the look of a lot of the lieutenants of a lot of the different factions, all of them really. But when you're going quickly through a mission with Scrapper, when you're in Scrapper Lock and you're whipping through a mission, it can be very helpful to see by color, oh, this guy's the boss, this guy's the lieutenant. So the advantage to me of a +2 mission is that the lieutenants will con red, the minions will con orange, the lieutenants will con red, and the bosses will con purple. If you go above +2, then the bosses and lieutenants are going to con the same color, and you won't be able to tell by con who's who. This guy just teleported through the door, didn't he? That seems like server lag. I'm just going to punch him. I found +3 okay because it still showed the minions as being a different color from everybody who's a higher rank, right? And so that I found helpful. But when everybody is purple, then I lose the visual cues of who is high ranked and who is not. And that potentially could make me do something sloppy or stupid because I'm not realizing that I'm fighting something of a higher rank, right, by color. Right, a lot of them look very similar to each other graphically, and I forgot to zoom in, didn't I? Hang on and we'll do it. Alright, let's pull out. Alright, so let's zoom in. There we go. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, now this is going to be a bit hard because there are several of them. But we do have some heals, so we should be alright. See, I did it again. So that's the danger of doing the queue up. And as I did it, I was even thinking, hopefully I won't miss. And what happened? I missed, of course. Because the game loves to make you miss. It sure seems like it, anyway. Ah, I still got super jump on. Another miss. Or did it just do almost no damage? Please save my family. Well, we gotta go to Lou's garage to do that, I believe. Who just attacked me? Oh boy, there's a boss over there. I didn't even see him. So this is one of the reasons I don't like being zoomed in. Because I probably would have seen him if I were zoomed out more. This is not to criticize the people who asked me to zoom in so that it is easier to see what's going on, or at least the camera jerk isn't so bad. But the reason I play zoomed out is so that I can see more of the room. Right? You zoom out here, and maybe I see him from down there. I don't know. Alright, well, we can assassin strike him. All I gotta say, Howitzer, is you're lucky I don't have any DOs on that power yet, or you would have taken a lot more damage. And you're lucky I just missed that too. There we go. And now his little gears. I feel like this is super pointless. You can take him out in one hit. They do absolutely nothing to you. And since he's already defeated, they don't do anything to mess you up in the battle. After he's gone, there's nothing. What are you fighting, a minion or two? I don't know. I've never seen the point of the gears. Alright, let's go find Lou's missing wife and daughter. The other thing I need to do is remember to put on this Mez defense when we're fighting bosses and lieutenants. Because either I leave it on and I drain my endurance too fast, or I keep taking it off and then forgetting to put it on. I'm not used to having to think about that, right? I'm used to just turn it on and leave it on. But we don't have any endurance reducers on our powers yet because we're not level 12, but we're about to be. Once we have that and we're endurance reduced powers and stuff, then we'll be okay. And when we get to level 22 and we get single origin endurance modification on stamina, which I now have 3 slots on, then we'll really be okay. And then at some point, we're going to get this energy drain power where we're going to suck endurance out of our opponents, and then we'll really be okay. Watch there be a bunch of white con clockworks now. Nope. Still none. Alright. Are we zoomed in? We're zoomed in here. Okay. Alright. Let's keep track. In the last episode, we had a stupid faceplant. So far, this character is faceplanted exactly once. Let's hope she doesn't faceplant any more times. We didn't bring any inspirations into this mission, but we should be alright. I mean, we have these, but playing around with them. But we don't have any other ones, the good ones. Like, luck. There's one. Hey, it's almost like I summoned it. I don't know why I did that instead of Assassin Strike. That was stupid. I still love that Shadow Maul attack. It's so cool. Another miss. That is a nice assassination. I like the sound effects from Dark. So we're slowly collecting some inspirations. Why is this guy white? The other guys are yellow? Unless he's part of a spawn on the other side of the doorway or something? I don't think we have the key yet. Oh, we do. Okay. Again, as a stalker, you can just sneak through if you want. Are you guys watching? That was another one where I did the Assassin Strike and immediately missed the next attack. There's another double miss. There we go. We are now almost 12th level. And we've got some yellows. So we got our inspirations have mostly filled up the way I'd like them. Gotta learn to stop moving forward as soon as I kill somebody the way I do when I'm a scrapper. As a stalker, you gotta wait for hide first. Can we go back here? And we can. Hello, buddy. I think clockworks are kind of cute. It's hard to think of them as evil, because they look like little wind-up toys. Missed again. 95% chance. What did I roll? 95.6. Got him. Two misses in a row again. 3. Alright. I think this is about where we need to go. And there's a boss. Okay, well, we don't have quite the inspirations I'd like, but we should be alright. Mes defense on. If they're susceptible to that knockback, it really helps, because that prevents a bunch of attacks. There we go. Now we fight the gears. I'm going to do the AoE. One thing I really like about this is it takes the gears right out, pretty much, other than that one. I don't know how he survived. How come 2 of them survived and 1 of them didn't? They should all have the same number of hit points, and the attack only does 1 value of damage. It's not like you can dodge some of the blows of the bang, 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 bang. You either take them all or none. It's all or nothing, so I don't know. That was weird. Yeah, and as I ran across that door, I thought, this is stupid, I shouldn't do that. And now we got some damage. So the nice thing about inspirations is they always, little by little, they will fill in. Oh, we got some tech DOs. That's recharge. Huh. There's a recharge on that already. And that is now a level 12 enhancement. Interesting. It became level 12 instead of 11 plus. I wonder if it's now infinitely possible to just keep upgrading. I guess it is, since you can hit the upgrade button. So enhancements only come in 5 level increments, but with the upgrade button on the enhancement screen, which is only available on the Homecoming server, you can just upgrade everything to 5 above your level. So if you do that at level 11, there'll be level 16 enhancements, right? And so forth. I'm generally not going to probably use that very much. Because I guess I'll use it at level 17 to get to level 17 to get the level 20 DOs replaced into the slots that I already have them. But then at 22, I'm going to switch to SOs, so I don't want to upgrade. And then at 27, I might use it, but then at 32, I'm going to probably be working on inventions. And those can't be upgraded the same way. Just trying to stay out of the aggro range of these 2 guys. There we go. And I guess we don't need the Mes defense right now. So this is one person we can save. Still haven't unlocked the back room. I guess that's this side. This is Lou's wife, right? Yep. Then he has a daughter who also has to be saved. Wife saved. You guys think this is you Clockworks, you think this Assassin Strike is bad now? Wait till you see it next level, which I'm about to hit. We're very close. You can see up there, we just have one more. Just a little bit more to go. We'll definitely get it at the end of this mission, I think, if not from punching people. Oh. Lieutenant? But he's all by himself, so there should be no problem. And there is the level up. We need a key to enter, so we missed something. I guess one of these clockworks back here has it. So that is, again, this is them stalker proofing the mission, right? You can't just stealth to the back room. You have to defeat whichever clockwork has the key. And I don't know if there's one or if it's just, oh, you defeated everybody that's not in the room, now you have the key. Not sure how they programmed it. Is there anybody else around here? No, there is. I thought so. It was weird for him to be up there by himself. But I looked on the other side and not this side. Oh. It's a good thing this thing didn't need a key also, or I wouldn't be able to get it. He really shouldn't go through the door, but the thing is, I don't think the door is really there, because originally these maps didn't have doors. Those were added later. So it's there to, it blocks perception, and it'll block my movement, but it doesn't seem to block theirs, which is kind of weird. Double miss. Another miss. Okay, don't think we have the key yet. Oh, there's somebody. There's the key. Okay. Now, did he have it, or was it just you have to defeat a high enough percentage of enemies before it will give you the key? Don't know. Ah, the missing. Good lord. I feel like this is a different map from the last. Oh no, I guess it's the same one. I was going to say from the last time I did lose Garage. All these guys who are white cons are actually +1 to the mission, right? Because it's a level 11 mission. So they would have been yellow 5 minutes ago. Well, we have a pretty good... we've got my favorite... Oh, I shouldn't have done that. That knocked him over there. We've got my basically preferred kit for inspirations. I'm going to just let that guy come to me rather than chase him down there, because there's a bunch of more mobs down there. And it's okay if he can see me, but I don't want them to all see me before I stalk down there. Is he coming? I guess not. Is this where our last kidnap victim is? Nope. I remember one time with Lou's family, I did the whole mission and I could not find either the daughter or the wife, one of them. And they were like behind a ramp somewhere with two clockworks guarding them, and I think it was my other stalker. And the problem is, with a stalker, you don't aggro. So if you walk past them with a scrapper, they'll aggro to you. But if you walk past them with a stalker, they won't. And so I didn't realize they were there. And I kept walking past them, and I just did not look under that ramp. And I thought I was bugged. Which it's possible to be also, right? It's not like that doesn't happen. It happens all too frequently in a game that was out for so many years. But every once in a while, there are, you know, undoable missions and stuff. What do we got for enhancements? We got some more science. This is a science SO, but it's sleep. Oh, we got a damage SO. Level 12. Well. I'm not sure I need that. Because these are guys... Well, this guy is definitely going on dual accuracy, because I don't want it to miss. These guys are all going on double accuracy because they're dual origins, but this is a single origin SO. So if we're going to go on double accuracy, and then this one's got to go on recharge, and that one probably too, then I don't actually need a damage right now. So we'll leave that. So if you notice, for the enhancements, the single origin ones are the same decoration on both sides, whereas the dual origin ones have one decoration on one side, one decoration on the other side of the little coin. I really like the way the enhancements, the inspirations, all of it. I just think the interface is so nice, and the way everything looks is so clean. It's simple and functional and user-friendly. This is such a user-friendly UI. I love that the symbols they have colors and a little bit of graphics, but they're very simple graphics, as opposed to video games nowadays that would make your shadow mall be like a little, almost like a screen cap of your character punching. This just shows 3 dots, and 3 dots with a little curve, that's a cone, and damage over time, right? I love that all of them look like that, right? This is a big attack. This is a medium attack. A smaller dot is a small attack, right? This thing has knockback. So they all kind of use the same motif, and they just give you different colors and names for the powers. So just by looking at the symbol, I know what it is. I don't have to decipher. And I'm back to a situation where I have not rescued somebody. So where am I missing the girl? She's not down here. There was this other clockwork. I don't know that I ever finished him off. Did he ever come back up? No. I knocked him down here. Is there anybody back here? No. Alright, I'd say this room looks clear unless there's somebody up here. But I don't see anybody. Okay. Let's go back here. There was a prisoner back here one time, but there isn't this time. This, I might have to auto-complete this, which I can't do for a couple days. Because, oh, there we go. There's the other prisoner. Okay. I thought I'd come over this side, but I guess not. So this is Lou's daughter. And we got 22 reward merits. That is nice. And out we go. So we now have 17 reward merits, I believe. No, 28. Sorry, no, obviously 22 plus 6. Why did I say 17? I was thinking 11 because I was 11th level. I don't know. 28 reward merits, and we have 1,100 and 72 to go to get our ATOs. All right, let us head to our buddy Blue Steel and get our Dual Origin Enhancers. Well, no, I can level up, and then we'll go get our Dual Origin Enhancers from the shop in Steel Canyon. Train up to a new level of power. Okay, so this is the hard part. Do I want to get combat jumping? Do I want to get... Oh, placate is really useful too. I want them all. I want Shadow Punch, Build Up, Placate, Power Shield, and Combat Jumping. But I can only take one, and I think it's going to be Build Up. And we're going to put that... Let's put it there for now. Sort of planning for... There's going to be 2 more damage powers here. We're probably going to have to bump these over because Midnight Grasp is really powerful too. And Siphon Life is great because then you can do a self-heal, which is just awesome. We're going to sell all this junk. And we've got another orange salvage. I don't think we need to sell too many more, but this is worth selling, I guess. So let us throw this on here. 400,000, so we'll sell it for 225. So we'll put it up for 11,000, but we should get it sold very quickly. Sold it for 450. We now have 1.3 million influence, guys. Easy as cake, or pie, or dessert, or whatever you want. All right, let's go to Steel Canyon. We're going to get our dual origins. And then we're going to take maybe one quick mission so that we can showcase how we play. Now, we're not going to do any more damage with Assassin's Strike just as an attack, but we will do more damage with it when we fire Build Up. Right now, Build Up, what Build Up is going to do, let's take a look. Every primary and secondary attacking set usually has one of these. Build Up gives you plus 20% chance to hit and plus 80% damage. Plus 80, didn't it used to be double? Maybe it's only plus 80 on a Stalker anyway because of the Assassin's Strike, but 80% more damage. So if we look at Assassin's Strike, which, by the way, all the missing that we've done, and it actually has a base accuracy of 1.2, which is just sick. Why didn't I stay in that screen? So Assassin's Eclipse does, on the actual assassination, 88 damage. Add 80% to that, and it'll be like 150 damage. Pretty awesome. Okay, so let's go to the... Oh, those guys are fighting the giant monster. Cool, look at that. And there's people of different levels, right? Level 49 can fight with a level 50, can fight with a level 17 if you want, and stuff like that, although these guys are all 50th level. And man, that thing is taking hit after hit. Let's watch them. This is cool. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. Looks like about 13 or 14 heroes all battling. They don't seem to be part of a supergroup or anything. They're all high level. There aren't any low levels. Maybe some of them have been sidekicked up. I don't know if I'd be able to tell. The +1 means they've got like incarnate powers that make them equivalent to a 51st level character. Winter Lord's going down. Nice job, guys. Good job. That's cool. Okay, where am I going? Down to subgenetics. Subgenetics is the dual origin. What are you doing? We're going to build up an Assassin's Strike you, buddy. One shot. Now, it was a low-level boss. He was a couple levels below me, but still. Build up is so nice with that. All right. So let's see. Here's how I'm going to do it. We have tons of influence, so we can do both our primary and secondary. I'm not going to bother with stamina with dual origins. It's just not enough of a boost. So we're going to rip these out because we want our level 15s. We're going to do double accuracy on Smite, on Shadow Maul. Do I really need it on Assassin's Eclipse? We're already at 1.2. It's like we've got a dual origin already on it. But you saw we were missing. I think I'm going to single. I think I'm going to single it. Oh, I'm torn. So we need a recharge on that. We need a recharge on this. We need a recharge on this. We need triple recharges. And then 6 accuracy. Let's do it. So this is level 15. It's going to give us, right now, 19% boost. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And where did I get this mutation from? Oh, from the boss I just hit. And then we want recharge. That, 1, 2, 3. So that's what we're going to start with. I'm going to come in here and just slot. I'm sick to death of missing, and this should help stop it. So build up. Naturally takes a minute and a half to recharge. We'll be able to do it every minute and 15 seconds. Assassin Strike normally takes 15 seconds to recharge. Now it'll recharge in 12. And Shadow Maul normally takes 11 seconds to recharge. It will now recharge in 9. So we'll be able to use them much more frequently. What kind of... I'm not going to bother with this one. So this will get an endurance reducer in both of these and triple defense buff, right? Yeah, we don't need recharge speed on it because we never turn it off. So we need triple defense buff. Where is that? There. And we need double endurance. And that, whoops, no, go away. That should be all we need, guys. So this now cuts this endurance down to 20.22 a second, and this one down to 0.22 a second, right? Instead of 0.26, so it saves a little. And then we're going to increase our defense here, which is going to bump our defense from plus 16 to plus 22. So that will help also. So now, this is a long episode, but I do want to do a quick mission so you guys can see how we perform now with our dual origin enhancers on our powers. What's this? Oh, check out loose shop, return to contact. Oh, and there we just got a single origin enhancer, but it's low level, so we don't need it. So we don't need those missions. Now the other thing we have is the security chief. Maybe we can do some of what he wants now that we're 12th level. Let's see what he wants. We're going to be spending a lot of time in Steel Canyon now and some in Skyway City. This is one of my favorite zones. I really like the music in this zone. And I just love the skyscrapers. It really feels like a city here. I love Blythe Square. I just love everything about Steel Canyon. I think you can live here, right? Because this doesn't look like businesses. This looks like these are business buildings here, these skyscrapers. They're clearly like, you know, the Empire State Building and stuff. But this is apartments. So, man, I would love an apartment here. Like, I don't know if I'd want to be on the top floor, but maybe up here, right here on the 3rd floor. I mean, this would be really cool, right? Or maybe you could go sort of up a little higher, like up here. I don't know. I think it would be really fun to live in a place like this. And I'm guessing there's, although they don't really build them in here, I'm guessing there are lots of cool food shops and stuff in this part of Steel Canyon for all the business customers to eat lunch and stuff. 10 outcasts. Oh, we can do that. We're not going to fight reds, but we can do that. There should be some good outcasts down here. There we go. Oh, wait. No, I don't want any part of the Tsu. They're really annoying. Here we go. I don't want to fight blues, but okay, we'll do it. I'm not going to bother with build-up on this guy. We better not miss now. Okay. Let's change to a range attack. I don't want him to drag me. These guys are the ultimate cowards, and they will try to drag you into purples. Got him, that's 2. There should be some more outcasts around here. Oh, there's some 5th column. And, council. You guys are weak. Level 11s. I'm a level 12 with DOs now, buddy. Notice all our 2 hits are 95. Now that's against blue cons. So we want to see what it is against white cons. Well, we just found a tip. We can maybe do that next time. Tips are here. Oh, we got tips already. So these are different tips you can do, and these are called alignment missions. You can decide whether to be, I think these are alignment missions, right? Because you can decide whether to be like heroic or villainous, and this gave people the ability to like, if you're a villain, you could go good, or if you're a hero, you could go bad. All right, boss, here we go. You're -1, but look at what we did. Even though it's a -1, look what we did to that boss. Right? Just bam, and he's done. Got an enhancement. Don't need it. Ah, weak outcasts. But we got to get 4 more, so there's 3. It's so funny, they don't even know what hit them, right? Like, they're intimidating this guy, they don't even know I'm there. All of a sudden, one of them's gone. One of them just hits the dirt, and they're like, holy crap. It's almost like Batman, you know? Where you've got, like, several criminals, like in Batman Begins, you got these criminals at the, the loading docks, right? And all of a sudden, one of them just vanishes, and goes, ah! And they're like, hey, are you there? Are you there? And then another guy vanishes and screams. And then you see one of them running. And then he vanishes. You know, and that's kind of what you're doing a little bit. Of course, our character's much cooler than Batman. No, I'm just joking. Okay. See how much damage you do to this guy. Look at that. White con, 95% chance to hit. So that's why we have our powers enhanced the way they are. You can't go over 95%, but you can get debuffed. So one of the things you want to make sure to do is one of the things that it can help, and that I try to do, is make it so that my base to hit, and by base to hit I don't mean that to hit without the enhancements, I mean my base to hit with everything on my character going at once is actually over 100 and is being capped at 95. The reason I like to do that is so that if somebody debuffs me, I'm still in the 90s. Right? If it's 110 and you're capped at 95 and you get a 15-point debuff, you're going to still be at 95. Right? Because it figures out all the debuffs first and then caps you. Skyway City is cool, but I would rather live in... Well, I'd really like to live in Talos Island. Talos Island's awesome. The only thing is, I can imagine the commute on and off that island must be horrible during rush hour. Thanks for the new contact, and what missions do you have for me? We'll do the security chief here. I will not do that now, though. We'll do that next time, guys. I hope you've enjoyed. We're on DOs, Dual Origin Enhancers. I do want to show you when we get to... Well, any level we want, right? We could level up and on that level immediately hit upgrade and keep these all green. It would just upgrade them all to 16th level and charge us the influence that it costs. I'm not going to bother to do that. I really don't see the point. But what we're going to do is when we get to 17th level, we can hit upgrade on these, and then there will be some new slots in, well, not in these powers, but these powers will all have some new slots, and there will be some new slots in health, and we'll just add the DOs to that. And then at 22nd level, we'll rip all this stuff out. I like that there's an upgrade button, but there needs to be a rip out button. Rip it all out and just drop it all into the trash. That would be awesome. All right, folks, we're going to stop here. Until next time, I am Scrapperlock, and this has been Soloing the Stalker on City of Heroes.